All right, guys, today we are talking about a fear of failure, how to get over the fear of failure. So many guys are like, man, I'm here, I want to be there, but there's this gap. Imagine what Star Wars would have been like if Luke hadn't grabbed the freaking thing and swung across. He had to even haul his freaking sister he was trying to bang. This has gone off track real quick. Like, yeah, come on, let's do it. What would have happened? The movie would have ended right there. He's like, shit, I don't think we should do this. You know what? We should just kind of hang out and wait for a stormtrooper to shoot us, even though they're lousy shots. Anyway, he had to take a leap, and he could fail you. They could just fall. Oh my God! And this is happening in your life. You may be wanting to like ditch your day job, find something else. You may be wanting to. Maybe you're in a relationship, and you're like, man, I know there's something else possible for me, but I don't really want to be alone, or man, what if I screw up? And or maybe it's just as simple as like learning the guitar, and every time you pick it up, it's freaking hard and your fingers hurt. A lot of guys make the mistake of thinking that change is this straight line, like it goes up like that, goes straight like that. It's not really that way. In fact, our mood is more like a U. It starts here, goes down, and then it goes up. So it's more like this kind of U shape, but inevitably it goes up if you stick with it. And the reason why that first part is hope. It's that inspiration. It's like, man, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be awesome. I'm in. And then you start. Well, let's just talk about the guitar, right? You start. Shit, I suck at this. I can't even get an A chord, and my fingers are hurting, and the mood's going down. And then after a while, when you stick with it and you make mistakes and you learn from those mistakes, you start to come out of this, and confidence starts to build. Once confidence starts to build, it just snowballs and snowballs, and you keep going up and up and up. So your mood gets better as you see yourself making progress. So how do you get over this fear of failure? The key is to plan on the dip. If you can plan on having situations show up that are going to completely throw you off. The only way it's a failure is if you throw up your hands and leave. So reframe that stuff, because success looks like failure in the middle. Success looks like failure in the middle. It's when we're getting tripped up. It's when we're learning things. We're making mistakes. Expect that you're going to fall down. Expect that mistakes are going to happen. Even if it's with your small business, you will learn so much from those mistakes. They will catapult you forward. But it's up to you to realize that the gift is there to be learned. So if you're one of those guys and you're like, man, I'm going to go from here straight to the top, and I'm not going to have any dips along the way, you'll get derailed. The first time you hit a speed bump, you're like, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go back to the status quo. I'm going to go back to what's safe. I'm going to go back to what I know. And you'll stay there. And they'll put you in a box and like, well, he had a ton of potential and he didn't quite go for it. So everything is hard before it gets easy. I mean, what if we were like babies, right? I mean, we'd sit here and look at a baby that's trying to talk, and we're like, man, what a dipshit. Kid can't talk, can't even walk. It's like a drunk person, always puking and crying and falling down. We don't look at the baby that way. We welcome him like, oh man, good shot, you almost there, and you fell on your face, but so what? Those teeth are gonna come out anyway, and you're gonna get some new ones, so don't sweat it. It's bring that mentality to the other things that you're doing in your life. Just remember that everything can look like failure in the middle, even success. Success looks like failure in the middle. There's points where you're just not clicking. What do you think, the iPhone, when some guy sat on the toilet and shat an iPhone? No, Steve Jobs didn't go in there, hold on a second, and he didn't do that. Somebody had to go through tons of drawings and code and screw ups before they came to this marvelous invention. So give yourself a break and understand, and going in before any project, no matter how big or small, that there's going to be places where you get tripped up. And this will reduce your fear of failure, because you'll be expecting it. You'll be like, oh, here it is. This is one of those times that I didn't really see this coming, but this is it. This will be one of those learning opportunities. Every coaching client that I have, that I talk to in the very first session, I tell them to expect things to get hard. Like, expect that there's going to be this resistance. You're like, what in the hell are we doing here? That's part of the game. It doesn't mean that things have gone wrong. All right, so that's my tip on how to deal with this whole fear of failure. If you're watching this video because someone forwarded it to you, or you found it somewhere else, be sure to go to the newmanpodcast.com and enter your name and email address up on the right-hand side. I'll be sure to send you email updates whenever there's a new podcast and a new version of the New Man Minute available. Thanks for watching.